Hello. Hello. Summer Beauty Academy. I'm super excited that you guys are here. My name is Sarah, and we are excited to get started. And remember, this is just kind of our fun episode, our fun week. So no worries if you haven't gotten your toolkit yet. We're going to do, like I said, that bonus video during the first week of August because things are just a wee bit slower these days. Okay, so I think that the 4th of July is just kind of one of those fun holidays that you can be a little loud with your makeup and a little expressive, and it's totally like acceptable. But I'm actually going to show you 2 different ways. So if you want, I'm going to show you like a way with my one magical stick that we are going to use for 3 different parts. Okay, and if you're like, oh my gosh, that scares the bejesus out of me, I'm gonna give you a tamer side on the other without putting lipstick on your eyes. Okay, so we're gonna do this 2 different ways, because I wanted just to show you just kind of how fun it can be. And the cool thing about this is that it's kind of what you make it. And so you can go loud and busy, you could go a little bit more subtle, and whatever works for you. But I almost forgot to grab my mascara, which is over there. I'll just have to reach it. So here's what we're doing, guys. We are going to be using any red lipstick, preferably matte. It just works a little better. This is Red Stiletto. Okay, this is one of our new mattes. It's beautiful. I know some people are like, oh, red. And then we're going to be using Evening Navy, which is this color right here. It's just a matte navy blue. And then Starry Night. You could use Starry Night too. You could really use any blue. Like this was a fun one from our limited edition palette, and that one's beautiful too. So if you have a blue that's like that, perfect. Let's like rock a blue today. Okay, we're gonna rock a blue, rock a sparkly, and we're gonna use some lipstick on our eyes. We're also gonna be using Crystalline, which is this shade right here, and that one is just a great light shimmery shade. Okay, so just any kind of a light sparkly shade works. It could be a gold even if you wanted to. Like if you're like, oh, I don't really like silvers, like you would totally rock that gold color right there. Oops, it's like backwards. Sorry, I'm just like moving my finger, but it's the wrong way. Like gold status. And then also if you had pomegranate from our limited edition collection. Here I go again. It's like a reddish color as well. So that works. The beauty of this is that you can use different things for different purposes. Also, if you're like, I don't have a red and I don't have a red lipstick and I don't have a red eyeshadow, you could totally rock a reddish tea color like Hot Coral. Okay, so just know that it's not a one size fits all. It's a little bit of what you want to make it. Okay, so are we ready to get started? Yay, okay. So also, if there's comments and I'm not seeing them, please let me know what's up with that because I can't see them. But if you have questions, make sure you're commenting. If you're watching live, make sure you're like hashtagging live. If you are catching the replay, like mention it, talk to us. We want to hear what you are saying and doing. And by the way, if like when you try this look, please post it in your consultant's VIP customer group page, tag her on your personal page. Like we want to see your pretty faces trying these looks because it's going to be so fun. Okay, so we're going to start with eye primer. Okay, I feel like if you're going to take, I know I said this earlier, but if you're going to take the time to put your makeup on, by golly, it better be staying on all day long. Am I right, ladies? We want it on. Now, the cool thing about our primer is you don't need a lot, about that much. And you're just going to do a nice layer from your lash line up to your eyebrow. What I love about the eye primer is it's not a color, so it makes all the colors in your palette just more true to the palette. I'll show you something because this is just kind of fun, a fun example. So I'm popping a little bit of eye primer right here. And you guys, it's $12 for like, and it lasts for like ever. Okay, so I'm going to show you. So I'm going to put that right here. Okay. There you go. Sorry, it's backwards a little bit. And we're going to take an eye color. I'm going to show you what this does. Well, there is a, okay, so let's do this beautiful, let's do a blue because we're going with blues. We're going to do that peacock blue. But look at how different it wears where it has primer versus not. Right? Like primer, no primer. So it makes a huge difference. And so I think priming is so important, but we're going to let that on and let that sit for a second. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you got it all nicely rubbed in. So lightly pat that in, be gentle. Your eye area is delicate. Be a delicate flower, right? And then we're going to do something kind of fun too. I don't know about you, but sometimes it is fun just to have those really beautiful curled up lashes. And we're going to use our Mary Kay lash curler right now, and we're going to curl our lashes. Now, you don't have to all the time. If you want to, great. If you don't love curling your lashes, you don't have to. But what I love about our curler is that it's got this nice squishy pad, okay? And it's super curved. Okay, so that being said, like it's gonna fit on your eye versus having to try to like wonk this around. Okay, so I'm gonna just do one to show you the difference, but you're gonna get close to your lash line. You're going to pinch, squeeze, release, move down a little bit, pinch, squeeze, release, pinch, squeeze, release, and you're just gonna kind of walk it on out to the length of your lashes. Okay, so do you see even just how much curlier that is compared to that one? And you can actually do that a couple of times. Squeeze, pinch and squeeze, pinch and squeeze. Because we don't want to just have like a, you know, like a lash that's going like this. We want that nice curve to your lash. Okay, so we've got that one curved. This one's curved. This one's not. And can you see how they just look a little different? Like when I go like this, I can feel it on my lid. Okay, so here's another trick. I do my mascara first. I know, you're probably thinking like, why? Why, Sarah? Why would you do that? My reasoning is because have you ever like done your makeup just beautifully and then you put your mascara on and then all of a sudden like it's like all over all over here and you're like, dang it. And so then you're trying to like get it off all nice. Well, this just saves you some time and energy. Okay. So I'm going to be showing you our Fanorama mascara. It's our newest mascara. It's limited edition. Oh yeah, we got it. All the girls got it. It's beautiful. So this has a magical wand. It's kind of magical. Okay. So it's got a hourglass shape, kind of a poofier shape, and then it's got the little tips. So you can kind of see how you can really fan out your mascara. So I'm going to start by the hourglass shape. And I'm going to do I like to do my bottoms. Again, I like to do those guys first because I don't get as much on my lid up there. Now, if you're like, Sarah, I will not put my mascara on first, you don't have to. You can do it at the end if you want to. It is totally up to you. But look at how that mascara is, you guys. It's so pretty. And what I think is even more fun is that this is like one pump. I haven't even repumped my mascara yet. And maybe I'm like the only one that's messy. Am I the only one that's messy out of you girls? Like, I'm always getting it where it shouldn't be. But look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is our Lash Love formula with the magical Fanorama wand. And it's just great. Okay. So that's like one use. Okay. If you want to get really oomphy, you go right on ahead, girl. That's totally your call. But sorry, here's the deal. See this all over here? We don't want that. That's something we don't want on our beautiful eyeshadow that we just did. So I'm going to clean that up first. And there you be. There you go. Okay. So now, ooh, that was just an echo. I thought somebody was saying something. Okay, are we ready to kind of get on in here? Okay, we're gonna start with the red lipstick. Are you ready? You're gonna grab a lipstick and you're gonna grab, I like to use the cream color eye brush. I like this sucker because it's tapered. It's a little stiffer bristle. So one tip is I would have one for your eyes and one for your lips. Like if you're using this brush, like if you've got a nice full lip and you like to use this brush to put your lipstick on, great. But have one for your eye, one for your lip, you know, that kind of thing. I'm actually going to just take a little bit of my lipstick and rub it on my hand. Now, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But that way it just gives me a little bit more control and I'm not like grabbing that tiny little thing. Okay. All right. So here we go, guys. Are you ready? We're going to keep this in that middle part of your eyes. So kind of where your iris is up. Okay. So you can kind of see. Now, like I said, I'm only going to do one because I want to show you an easy way of rocking a festive shade too if you're not into the red. But you could use this with like a hot coral. And if you are using a shadow, it's kind of nice to get either do one of two things. One, you can take and use your finishing spray and spritz your brush and dip that into the color palette because that's going to make it more truer and more vibrant, kind of like a liquid shadow. Okay. Same thing if you're using the hot coral. You can spritz this on your brush, just like a spritz, spritz, spritz. You don't want to like drench it, right? But you kind of want it on there. And then you can use it in your palette. Okay. That works so good, you guys. But what I love, do you see how sassy this is? And it's actually really workable, you guys. That's what's kind of fun and pretty about it, is it's really workable. Now, I know it looks a little funny if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting it kind of high. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll do this with my eye open. Okay. And if you want to go higher and more vibrant, you go right on ahead. But the cool thing is like, oops, if you mess up, you just take your finger and blend it a little bit. It'll blend really nice. Okay. Are you ready? Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I just love it. Okay. So we're going to use that. We're going to come back. You can make it as red as you want to. I like to like make it sassy. So we're going to get up in there and get some red on there. How are we doing, ladies? Doing good. Akila's like, yay. She's probably like, oh my gosh. Oh, lipstick on eyes, right? Yeah. Okay. So there you have that fun, sassy red color on your eye. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Because like I said, you can always blend, which we will be doing. But now let's move on to that blue color. Okay. So put away your lipstick for now. We're coming back. We're coming back to it. Okay. So next thing. Did I miss a chat? Okay. All right. So I'm going to use Evening Navy. This is that beautiful matte shade right there. But if you want to use a sparkly blue, you can really do you, right? Now, the brush that I'm going to use is I'm going to use this smudger brush. What I love about this brush is that it's tight and tapered, okay? This is my favorite for getting into those spots where it's just, I want it to be a little bit more detailed, okay? So I'm going to come on in here with the Evening Navy. Oh my gosh, can you hear my boys? A little? Okay, good. Of course, they're being loud. So we're going to kind of come in here and I'm going to just kind of just do this outer corner. Come into that red a little bit and bring that in there. So see how we're kind of getting that blue and that red and it's getting all pretty. Oh my gosh, my boys are being so loud right now. Okay, so see where we're getting there? And I'm kind of just connecting them up there. Now, when in doubt, and if you're like, that's like scary to me, or I went too high, I like to go high. And this is why I like my smudger brush, because you can smudge that out and get that nice arch. And you'll notice that I'm doing it with my eye open. because then I can see what I'm doing, especially if you've got more of a hooded eye or a deep set eye, and like you're like, oh, this looks so good, right? Like you're doing your shadow and then you open your eye and it just kind of like whoop, goes right back into itself. It's easier just to do it when your eye is open. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of that because it's just so pretty, and I'm going to just line it with my bottom lash over here and smudge that on out. Okay, I'm going to clean that up a little bit. And this is usually, I also usually do my foundation after because I like to be able to clean that up a little bit. But just taking that and just smudging that along the bottom lash. You seeing how everybody else is doing it? I love that. It's so much fun. Okay, so now we've got the blue, we've got the red. Now over here, if you're like, I don't want to do red, this is okay. So this is what we're going to do on the other side if you're like, not doing that. Wanda's like, no. So we're going to take that blue shade and we're essentially going to kind of cut our eye in half. And we're just going to do that outer corner with that dark shade. Okay. So I'm going to kind of start right there because that's where I want it to go. This works great for like figuring that out where you want. See how I'm smudging that around? So it doesn't have to look great because like when I close my eye, you're like, ooh, that doesn't look so awesome. But up here, you can see where that's coming. So kind of keeping that, do light little circles if you want to kind of blend that out. Now I'm going to challenge you to not put it on your bottom lash line because I'm going to show you a different trick. Okay, so I'm just really working that color. See how I'm smudging that around? It's not like I'm adding a lot of color. You can always add more, but I'm just smudging that towards the inner corner of my eye. So it's nice and soft and blended. See how we got that going on? And then I'm just going to smudge that out to make that really soft. Okay, so see how we've got, this is a great smoke, a really simple smoky eye. I just think it's pretty. Wanda, that looks so pretty on you. I like the blue. I like it. Okay, so we've kind of got that figured out. We're getting that smooshed around and working it in towards the inner corner. So it's just going to be so lightly tapered. You can, the magical thing about our brushes is that they're synthetic. They're made of synthetic hair and they're really, really workable. You guys, you could kind of put your eyeshadow on in the dark and it would look nice because these brushes are they're just so great. Right? Like they're just so easy to use. So I think that's wonderful. Okay, so we've got our red and our blue over here. We've got our blue, right? So let's add that sparkle. Okay, so I'm going to use the all over color brush. And I am going to I will show you how you can put it on. I'm going to just show you because it's kind of fun and interesting. Well, I'll get back to that. On the side, I'm just going to use it just with a dry brush. Okay. So I'm going to take that crystalline color. And with these kind of really sparkly shades, sometimes what I like to do is just kind of, oops, there's a little hair on there, is just kind of tap it on versus poofing it around. Because if you tap, like I don't want sparkles everywhere, right? But if you kind of just lightly tap like that, and I'm actually going to go and work this all over that to really get some shimmer in there. Now, if you guys have like the light beam liquid shadow, that's really beautiful. That would be really, really great for this. Just any kind of a sparkly, shimmery light. You could even use like a moonstone and see how that just makes that so much different. It just, oh, that looks so pretty. It just gets a nice, light, pretty look. Okay. All right. I like it. How are we doing? Okay. So you saw how it goes on by just using it with the brush, right? So now I'm actually going to take, I should have grabbed another, this is why you should probably have 2 of every brush, because now I want another cream color brush and I don't have one right here. And this is why you need two of everything. Okay, so I'm going to use the smudge or the crease brush. You can kind of see how this has the nice little taper. And I'm going to do the trick that I told you about. I'm going to take our finishing spray. You're going to shake that up. Okay. And I'm just going to spritz my wand, or not my wand, magic wand, poof, my brush. Okay. And if you're worried about it being too wet, you could just kind of like dab off the excess. But I'm going to come in with that crystalline now and do it on this side. And you're going to just kind of see how, do you see how different that goes on? It just, you can work them just a little bit differently. And I'm going to come up on this top part here. So it's not just like a disconnect. I'm going to just blend that in. So it's just a nice soft transition there. Okay. All right. But do you see how that gets really sparkly and beautiful? And I'm going to come into the bottom with that as well, because a little sparkle is always a good thing on the 4th of July. I'm going to come in on this side too. But do you see how we've got that going on there? Now, is this my everyday eye color look? No. Now, this is just something fun and festive that you can rock on the 4th of July. It's just, people will notice, they're going to notice your cute little face, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I like love it. But if you're liking how that looks with that shimmery, go ahead and do that on the other side. You can always tap it in, add it with a little bit of that finishing spray to give that, give it a little bit more depth. Okay. So for my girls that were a little scared of the red, so I'm going to challenge you. If you have a red shadow, or red cheek color, right? So if you got the pomegranate or you got the hot coral, okay, I know Eric's using the hot coral. I want you to grab your eyeliner brush, okay? I'm going to have you grab that finishing spray or get it a little bit wet with some water. And we're going to line this eye with that pomegranate or the hot coral, because then it's just a subtle way of having a little bit of red without being crazy, right? And what I like about using the eyeliner brush is that it's really tapered and it's really fine, so you can be really specific with it and get it where you want. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of bring that into that shimmery shade. See, that's not so scary, right? Like, that's just subtle. It's a subtle way of having a little bit of red. All right. Also, a little fun fact. Never look at yourself this close, right? Like, if you're looking in the mirror and you're like, wow, like, that's some red lipstick on your eyes. Let's back it on up, right? Because people don't typically see you this close. Like, if your arm's length away, like, that's where you should see yourself, because that just looks totally different than when you're like this, right? So it's just kind of fun. And what I'm going to do next is come back in with a little bit of mascara, just to, like, if I got any color on there that I want to, like, make sure I'm covering that up, and just do a quick little coat. But the great thing about doing it after, like a little tipping after, is that you don't have to get as close to your lash line, so you're not going to be messing up, or messing your shadow up, I should say. So there you go. I love it. I think it's so fun. Now, if you do have your kit, or if you're using some of those products in your kit, I'm going to have you grab an angled brush, like a blending brush. You could even use like a crease brush, like a poofier crease brush. These were our limited edition brushes, and they were so beautiful. I don't know if any of you girls have them, but they're like I love them. Love them. But I'm going to take a little bit of that sandcastle color, because if this is feeling a little bit like stark or like starty, finishing-y, that's not a word. I don't even know what that means. If it's not looking very blended, I'm going to have you take sandcastle And I'm going to have you poke that brush into your crease. And we're just going to blend that out just a little bit, okay? Not your crease. You're going to kind of make your own crease, and we're going to blend that up a little bit. Okay. See how that kind of, you can always, if you're ever in doubt, just blend a little bit. And that just makes it a little bit softer. If you're worried about it. If you're like, I don't care, I like it sassy, then you go and keep it. I'm gonna come in with a little bit extra blue just to make that sassier. And away you have it. Okay. So let's get back. Let's get back to that red lipstick. Here's why. This is like a one-stop shop, essentially. You have a good lipstick. I'm not saying it has to be a red lipstick, but you've got a good lipstick and you can use it multiple different ways, okay? So I'm going to take a little bit. I'm just going to dab a little bit here, right? Oh. And I'm just going to blend that in.
Oh, God. Okay. Now that one I've done before, just so you know. That didn't freak me out as much as the red on the eyes, but okay, just so you know.
Now, this is typically easier to do if you don't already have powder on your face, okay? So like if I would do this prior to powdering. And you're just gonna, like, when you're running late, like anybody ever like running late, and I do feel like it doesn't matter if you have a stitch of makeup on. Otherwise, if you slap a color on your lips, you automatically look put together, like boom. So why not just slap a little bit of that on your cheeks and like get it on in there, like look all bright and shiny, and you get that nice glowy look to you. It's pretty. So now let's put it where it belongs. On your lip. Okay. This is also kind of where if you like more of a brush to apply, if you've got nice full lips, that cream color brush works great for, for putting it on your lips, okay? If you have a little bit more of a medium lip, oh, it's in my hand. You could use this brush because it's a little bit stiffer, right? And if you've got a thin lip and you're just like, I barely got lips, you could go ahead and use that smudger lip or smudger brush and blend that, use that as your lip applicator. Now, for example, like I've got some, this is our old style cream color brush, and I actually like to use that too. Oh my gosh. Preston. Shh. He's so loud.
Well, I'm the rebel without a cause tonight, guys. So I'm, of course, using a gloss because some people don't do lipsticks. I'm a gloss. I am, what is this? Rockin' Red.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
That's a one rebel in the group.
Totally. And our glosses are wonderful. What I love about our glosses, well, like they're not sticky, right, Wanda? Like they feel super nice. Yeah, super nice. I love that color on you. Now, if you're worried about bleeding, oh, and I even grabbed it to put it on. I meant to put this on, our lip primer. I got excited.
I couldn't say it fast as so you got too excited. You wanted to rock that red, baby.
I did. So I do love our lip primer, and maybe we'll talk a little bit more about that at a different.
Well, Erica's getting it in right now. Erica.
I'm putting it around it instead of typically I would put on, but making sure nothing bleeds over, you know.
There you go.
I love it. And then if you're worried about it getting on your teeth, this is what you're going to do. Ready? And then it comes on. See that? Look at that lipstick there. That would have gotten on my teeth. Yep. You just do that. So this is, and what you could do too, if you wanted to get more in depth with it and add a little bit of like a highlight, you could add like your glazed or your honey glow highlighter. I just wanted to keep it really simple because I think it's pretty, but in the kit, we do have the glaze and the honey glow. Oh man, I forgot I broke that the other day and I forgot to put it back in here. Yes, there you go. Erica's got it. And I showed you earlier, I don't know if some of you caught it or not, but I did a video and I really do love our bronzing powders. So if you got that too, you could highlight that up a little bit, or using a little bit of crystalline, like that's kind of fun. If you're lighter, don't do that if you're darker because that will be like streaks. But you could take a little bit and just kind of put that on your, even with your finger, have a little bit of shimmer there. So you can do lots of different ways of giving a little bit of shimmer. Or you could use the hot coral, which is beautiful, and that has that beautiful little shimmer in it too. I love that color because it's not so crazy. Like it looks so terrifying. Like that hot coral color looks scary, but it's so pretty on. And I think peaches and corals are just so pretty and fun for summer. It just gives you such a different look. Okay. All right.
Do we all have red stiletto on?
Uh-huh. Well, nope.
Yeah.
Except for Wanda has Rockin' Red. Akila, what do you have on?
Red Roma.
Red Roma? Yeah.
Marissa, what are you rocking?
I have red lip liner, sizzling red over top. I also put red lip liner as my eyeliner.
Oh, fun. See, that's another fun way of doing things.
I just kind of went out on a whim, and now I'm doing my makeup for the first time in 2 months.
Wow. Now that I would try.
There
the
you
coral,
go.
you guys can't see it. I'm loving the coral right here.
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Try it. Wanda,
I
when you
did.
get
The
off-
coral is right here. I love it.
Perfect. Yeah. See, like it's not scary, right? There's a little bit of that pomegranate color.
No, it's scary, but I love it.
No. I'm glad you love it. See, this is a case in point. Like trying something different, but you love it. Like I just think that that's so magical, and that's what really playing with makeup is all about. It's to feel good and to feel fun and to experiment and to play and to express yourself. And so if that's you rocking this, great. If it's like Wanda and she's rocking a little bit of red under her lash line, perfect. Like that's what we love. That's what it's all about. So what do you think? Do we like it? It's very appropriate with my red lipstick shirt.
Ooh,
We got great participation. Cassandra says she's used lipstick as blush before.
Yay! Wonderful.
yes, and Kalisa said lipstick is always a go-to for everything. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Oh, I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, I'm
So
so
Rachel,
glad-
I have to admit, I'm with you. I normally go straight across, but they got me going up and down today. Now we're gonna have to try it, Rachel.
What did Rachel say?
She was saying she normally goes across. So when you were doing the up and down, she was like,
Oh.
whoa. But now that I've seen the red lip liner for you, you're not gonna be able to tell me anything this weekend.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so much fun. I hope you guys, I really do challenge you to try it. Try something. Grab the colors that you've got in your bag, in your makeup drawer, the ones that maybe you got for Halloween that you never thought you'd use again. You get those and you try and you play and you put something on and take a picture and post it in your consultant's VIP customer group. Or like post it on Instagram and tag your consultant. Like that would be super, super fun too. So we would love to see it. We're going to be doing drawings. So if like throughout, so make sure you're on and we're writing down who's here for live. And if you're catching the replay, let us know too. And we will do some fun prizes to kick off this first week. And we will see you next Thursday at 7 Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, right? Did I get that right? Yeah. And have a happy 4th of July. Stay safe, friends, and we'll see you next week. Bye.